Imagine, you walk into a gallery, see a large white canvas with careless lines on the wall, and you're told that this is a masterpiece worth tens of millions. You might feel the urge to scoff and walk away, but before you do, pause for a moment. After all, it's exactly such scribbles that made Cy Twombly, the virtuoso of simplicity and minimalism, famous. This is the same artist who was entrusted with painting the ceiling of the Louvre and awarded the Legion of Honor. How did it happen that this artist, who essentially spent his entire career drawing simple lines, managed to join the elite of the art world? Let's dive into his biography and achievements. Because, if we are to believe his list of awards and exhibitions, we are dealing with someone truly great, or at the very least, someone who convinced everyone he is. Cy Twombly was born in 1928 in Lexington, Virginia, and inherited his name literally from his father, a baseball player for the Chicago White Sox. But let's leave sports ambitions aside, as our hero chose a very different path. He became fascinated by art, and this is where things get interesting. He studied at the most prestigious art schools, including the Art Students League of New York and Black Mountain College, where he met true avant-garde legends like Franz Kline, John Cage, and others. But what exactly did Twombly gain from these encounters? Perhaps the most important wisdom: art must be so simple that people talk about it, debate it, and cannot pass it by. And so, just a few years later, his first exhibition takes place. It receives negative reviews. Yes, not everyone immediately recognized the genius of Twombly, but that didn't stop him. As soon as Cy enters the art world, he quickly finds himself in the company of such titans as Jasper Johns and Robert Rauschenberg. Both artists had a huge influence and were highly regarded by the international art community. Their friendship and creative collaboration with Twombly undoubtedly contributed to his success. In such company, it's hard not to reach the top. Their close connections and role in the art world opened doors for Twombly to galleries and influence, especially in New York, where his career was taking shape. Cy Twombly had a brief romantic relationship with Robert Rauschenberg, which began shortly after Rauschenberg divorced his wife in 1953. This romance was short-lived, but they remained close friends for life. Their travels together across Europe and North Africa played an important role in their lives, influencing both their careers and their artistic output. Later, Rauschenberg entered a long-term relationship with Jasper Johns. All three belonged to a tight-knit circle of artists connected by both personal and creative relationships. From exhibition to exhibition, Twombly moved forward, and soon his works were gracing the walls of the world's most prestigious galleries. White canvases, on which seemingly childlike scribbles were etched, became symbols of a new understanding of art. During these same years, while traveling through Europe, Twombly met Tatiana Franchetti, who came from an influential aristocratic family. She was the sister of Baron Giorgio Franchetti, a patron of the arts and a collector. This marriage gave Twombly access to elite circles, especially in Italy, where he spent much of his life. In 1959, they were married in New York and then moved to Rome, where they lived in a 17th-century palazzo on Via di Monserrato. This place became an important cultural hub for both Italian and international artists. So, his marriage to Tatiana Franchetti undoubtedly helped strengthen his position in the Italian art community, providing him with access to resources and opportunities that could have influenced his career. How did all of this manage to capture the art world so completely? Perhaps the secret lies in the fact that Twombly was in the right place at the right time. His friendship with leading figures in the art world and his marriage to a powerful aristocrat gave him access to elite circles and resources, and the mysterious silence surrounding his works only fueled the interest. "Art is born from art," he used to say, hinting that his success was built on the legacy of those around him. An example of such art, born from art in the world of Cy Twombly, is the amusing incident that took place in 2007 at an exhibition in Avignon, when one of the visitors kissed Twombly's white canvas, leaving a mark from her red lipstick. The court ruled that for this act of love, she would have to pay a fine. After all, even emptiness in Twombly's world has its price. Here's how she explained her action in court. "All I did was kiss it. It was an expression of love. The act was a piece of art itself, provoked by the power of the work." Here's another interesting fact. In 2011, the Dulwich Gallery in London hosted an exhibition where Twombly's works were juxtaposed with those of the great French classicist Nicolas Poussin. Twombly once said, "If I had a choice, I would have liked to be Poussin, but in another time." This comparison became the basis for an exhibition exploring the parallels between their mythological themes. Unlike Poussin's clarity and precision, Twombly turned myths into doodles, leaving the viewers to interpret them as they saw fit, showcasing the birth of his art from the great legacy of Nicolas Poussin. As for his recognition, throughout his career Twombly received numerous awards, including the Golden Lion at the Venice Biennale and the Legion of Honor, the Rubens Prize, and Japan's Imperial Prize. His works have been shown in retrospective exhibitions at MoMA in New York, the Louvre, and many other prestigious museums worldwide. One of his most famous pieces, a white canvas with barely noticeable circles, sold at auction for a record $70.5 million. This fact may seem strange, but as we can see, Twombly had a talent for making audiences feel there was something more behind his work. In 2010, the Louvre commissioned Twombly to create a monumental ceiling for the Bronze Age Gallery, a space dedicated to ancient Greek sculptures. His work, inspired by Giotto's colors and classical themes, featured a deep blue background with golden discs symbolizing ancient sculptors. This project made Twombly the third modern artist allowed to decorate the Louvre. In 2010 to 2011, his work Bacchus was used for the Safety Curtain project, which is held annually at the Vienna State Opera. This project gives contemporary artists the opportunity to design the opera house's fire curtain as part of an exhibition series. Twombly's contribution to this project consisted of intense red loops and lines, created in his typical style symbolizing Dionysian energy and associations with wine and blood. So who exactly is Cy Twombly? An artist who left his canvases almost empty, adding just a few careless strokes or patches of color, has earned his place among the great masters. His works lay claim to mythology, mystery, and an extraordinary style of presentation. But let's not forget that behind this seeming chaos, there's something more, or at least that's what the art critics believe. One art critic once noted that in Twombly's scribbles you can see myths and references to ancient gods. Well, if you look closely at these lines, perhaps you'll see Achilles, Hercules, and all the other ancient heroes. And if you don't, that's okay. The important thing is, you're already trying to find something more. Maybe that's the real trick of Cy Twombly. He leaves room for imagination and makes viewers fill in the blanks. Today, his works grace the most prestigious museums in the world. The Brandhorst Museum in Munich has dedicated an entire floor to him, and his name is forever enshrined on the ceiling of the Louvre. Even the fact that his paintings sell for tens of millions at auctions no longer surprises. After all, the art world is full of surprises, and Twombly, more than anyone, knew how to harness them. Let's end with what he once said. "I swear, if I could live my life over, I'd paint, but I'd never show my paintings to anyone." Maybe that's where his secret lies. Maybe his works became so valuable not because they hang in galleries, but because he wanted to hide them from the world, leaving each of us the chance to imagine their meaning on our own.